Bandana Gramma here. It's been a long time. Yep, I had the bug. I had that bad thing that's going around. And I was sick for over a month, but I'm feeling much better, pretty much back to myself again, just building up my stamina. And today is a beautiful day, so I thought I'd come out in the yard and sit in my very neglected, um, they're a mess, gardens and just enjoy the day out here for a while. But then I thought, maybe I'll go live. I haven't seen my friends in a long, long time, and I would like to chat with them again. So, anybody who wants to come on, I'm glad to see you here. My only problem is it's hard for me to read it. Good morning, Darlene. Thank you for coming on. I just lost your comment. Let's see. I'm so glad you are on. Well, it's been a long time for sure. My whole family had been sick off and on for a while. I actually got a double whammy. I had the really bad bug first, and that kept me down for like 16 or 18 days, something like that. And then for a couple of days, I felt like I was okay. I'm getting better. I'm coming out of it now. This is going to be good. And then whammo, I got hit again by what felt like a bad upper respiratory cold type thing that hung on for another 2 weeks. So yeah, that was not good. And then when that was done, I still had no energy, no stamina. So, but I'm much, much better now. And so glad to be through it. You know, at my age, they consider me high risk. So I was very happy to make it through it. And I didn't have to go to the hospital or anything like that. My family took good care of me. So let me see if I can find your. I'm sorry, I have to get right on top of it in order to read it. Let's see. Good morning from Alabama, from Tammy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this out of the tripod so I can see it better. And I'm going to be too close, but such is life here. Let's see. Hello, sweet friend from Jennifer. Ha, mess on a mission, otherwise known as Farmer Mima. Okay. Good morning, Bandana Grandma from Wendy Hutchins. Hello, Wendy. Thank you for stopping in here. Hello from Allie. Did you get my notification? You always say you don't get my notifications, but here you are, right at the beginning. Good to see you. Melissa. Hello, sweetheart. Melissa Archbold, she's up in Canada, and her husband has one of my most favorite channels of all, Curiosity Incorporated. You're going to have to take a look at that. And Melissa has her own channel, which is a fun family channel, Melissa Archbold. So take a look at hers and her husband's channels. Wonderful stuff there. Uh, you're looking good. Oh, thank you. I feel like I'm back from the dead. I'm feeling so much better. And I'm sorry if my camera's all wiggly, but I had to take it out of the tripod in order to get up close and read the comments here. Good morning from the Smoky Mountains from Dorius. I'm sorry, I can't, it's too tiny for me to read. Tennessee, I think. Yes, finally got your, okay, got a notification. Good. Good morning from Day Trip Vintage Company. Good morning. Maria! Hello, sweetheart. So nice to see you, sweetie. Okay, well, my yard, which I usually work very hard in, is an absolute disaster. I don't even want to show it to you because it's beyond a mess. I look like someone, I am someone who has just neglected working in the yard for so long. I've been out the last few days trying to do a little bit, but it's so beyond me that I don't know if I'm ever going to catch up. I'm hoping, but you know, it's not easy. I'm 71 now, 71 and a half, and you know, normally my energy is going to be lower than it used to be, but then after getting sick, it's even lower. So I'm trying to come back and working in the yard. I'm hoping it'll help bring up my stamina because I do get winded just doing the basic things out here, which means, I'm getting some cardiovascular and that should be helping. So I'll show you a little bit just for before and after. So when I do make progress, you can see I did something with this horrible mess. All right, so I'm changing the view now. I mean, it's really, really bad. So, and my husband accuses me of only showing you everything when it's good, so I make you think I'm perfect. Well, I'm far from perfect now. In this corner, there is fallen limbs and sticks everywhere. Hidden over there, right about here, I can't get my finger, right about here is my Granny Smith apple tree. It's in there somewhere. This is a plum tree. And of course, it's not blooming yet. It's just looking kind of dead. I have to get up there and trim that all out. You can see all those new sprouts coming up that are just taking up too much room. They got to get all trimmed out. There's my little cherry tree. And I've trimmed a little bit of that out, but I want to cut it, lop it off at the top because I don't want them getting too big. They are dwarf trees or semi-dwarfs, but I still try and keep them small. Telling you that things are going to get even worse. There's where my greenhouse used to be. It got blown apart by the wind, and now it's just, oh, there goes my tripod. Now it's just a shell, and I'm going to have to buy a new cover for it. I got to pull up all these weeds, get out all, I mean, I feel overwhelmed. It's all beyond me. But, I always said how to eat an elephant one bite at a time. Well, here's the terrible before. Hopefully I'll have a better after for you in the weeks to come. But there's what I used to use as my greenhouse. And this is another cherry tree. This is a Bing cherry. And I got to trim some of the tops off of that too before it comes into bloom. But it is getting buds started. Can you see the buds starting on some of those branches? Yeah. All the branches are getting some buds on them. All right, this is my shed. Now, one thing I did do, I came out here, I started clearing around the shed a little bit. I mean, this is nothing good. It's looking shabby all over. I cleared out this bed, and there was a big pricker bush grew all the way up to this window. And I trimmed it all down with the pruners, and then I used the big loppers and cut the thing way down, and then I dug up the root. That took a lot of energy out of me, but I did it. And then I put an all new mulch here. And for now, it's holding some of my seed trays I'm getting ready to plant. So that's not pretty, but I did a little work there. And this bed, I did the same thing. It was a disaster. Oh, my fence is falling. I cleared it out, put in new mulch, and then I trimmed back this rose bush. So little by little, I got a tiny bit done by doing these two beds. Now, if you followed me, you know that I espalier fruit trees all around here. I'm telling you, it's just a disaster. And at the base of the fruit trees all around here, I have a circular bed that goes all the way around. And now it's just grown over, covered with weeds. I got to clear that all out, covered with leaves. Okay, my other fruit trees, the ones I'm espaliering, this is a, okay, gonna forget the name of it now. Asian pear. That's my Asian pear. And it always gets a lot of blooms. It gets a lot of fruit. And many times the squirrels beat me to it. So we'll see this year if I have any success. This tree over here is my peach. I have to spray that now because last year it got brown rot. And I have a spray for it. And I need to do it now before the buds come out. So I do have a sprayer and I do have the stuff to do that with. So I'll do that. See, it's a mess. It's a total disaster. I got a giant mulch pile over there. It's actually wood chips because my neighbor took down a tree. As I was cleaning out the shed, I got some of my planting, all this junk on the table. I'm showing you the worst. It's a total disaster. I hope I have an after to show you. I've been blowing some leaves, so I'm trying to get the leaves in the pile so I can put them in bags and then keep them to mulch. Here's what were once my beautiful hydrangeas. And now, of course, they're all brown. You know, I've seen people take these and spray paint them and put them in vases in the house. I might try that just to have something pretty in the house. But these will come back, and hopefully they'll be beautiful. Here's the other end of my circular garden here. I'm telling you, it's the worst. I'm swallowing my pride and showing you. Okay, this is a nectarine, and they have a lot of buds coming, and looks like I'm going to get some fruit on this one. And it is a espalier. You can see I'm training it to grow into a fence, a livable, pickable fence. There's another one down here that goes all around. So I'll continue to train that. And this one's an apple tree. And I've been cutting that one back and trimming it. It's just bare and looks pretty awful now. In a few weeks, I'm going to have beautiful pink blossoms on it. But again, I'm espaliering it, training it to make a fence. And my veggie gardens are just a mess. So, okay. True confessions, Bandana Gramma's yard is a total disaster. For the past 3 years, I've been babysitting our now 3-year-old grandson, Jeffrey, who is our joy. And I have cut back a lot on what I've been doing out here because I'm older and because Jeffrey gets first priority with my energy. So that's where we're at. My yard's a total disaster. And just so my husband can't say I only show you the good stuff when everything's perfect, this is really bad. So let me see if I can catch some of your comments here. Good morning, Maria, sweetie. You look wonderful. Missing seeing you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Melissa. That means a lot. You know, you and I still have to do a, what do you call it, where you get together and you do a video? Forgetting the word, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're gonna collaboration. We're gonna collaborate and do a video one of these days. So, okay, and Melissa's building a beautiful new house. All right, I guess that's all the comments. Angela, hello. Oh, my daughter. She calls me Moogie. Did you ever watch Star Trek and there's that race of people who call their mommies Moogie? I got stuck with that nickname. I don't really mind it though, it's kind of cute. So she calls me Moogie. And she and I have to get together too. Between illnesses and all, we have not done a lot together. Jen and I took a trip, a few months ago, before Christmas I guess. And we went up to Lancaster together and we had a good time. And we want to do that again. And we go thrift shopping together a lot, my daughter Jen and I. Always enjoy that. Thank you, Allie. My yard is not a disaster. It's a work in progress. I hope so. You know, if I hang on long enough on Mother's Day, I've got 7 kids, and I could say, I need help on Mother's Day. Get my yard back in order. Maybe that could be my Mother's Day present, but that's a little far off yet. I'd like to get some done before then. All right, who is that? I'm so sorry I got to come so close. Angela? Okay, Louise. Hello from Michigan. Margaret. Hello, Margaret. Sweet Margaret. Oh, Utter Chaos is here. Hello, hello. All I see is potential. Look at all that space. Melissa, you are so kind. Yep. Okay. I'm going to have a headache on Mother's Day, says Jennifer. see, see the kind of support I get from my kids. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. All right. And let's see if we can. I'm trying to delete somebody here, but you're just going to have to put up with them if I can't figure it out. Or if one of my, hi Laura, or if one of my moderators are in, maybe you can do that for me. I'm on a new phone and I can't do things the way I used to. I got to learn how to handle my new phone. So, yeah. Okay, well, I'm not going to stay on long because I don't have a whole lot to say. I was thinking about doing a cooking video. So, I was going to make popovers. Any ever make popovers? Um, I think in England they call them something else. They call them some kind of pudding. But I remember when I was a young girl in 100 years ago, when I was in junior high, I took home economics. And one of the things that the initial things they teach you to bake in home economics was popovers. And I was intrigued that there was some kind of a mix you could make and it would pop and have a nice crusty outside and a soft, nice bready inside. So I thought I'd try making some of those again and do it live, or not live, but on video anyway. And we'll see how that turns out. All right, Yorkshire pudding, that's it. Thank you. Yorkshire pudding and popovers are pretty much the same thing. So whenever you hear movies or people over, British people talking about Yorkshire pudding, they're talking about popovers. I didn't know that for a long time. I thought it was some kind of, Christmas pudding or something. Yes, please do a cooking video. Okay. I might even try and get that done today or tomorrow. I'm so happy to see you. I missed you. Thank you, Laura. I missed all of you too. It takes a lot of energy to do these videos, and I'm slowly getting it back. So, yeah, I just wanted to chat with my friends for a while today. Popovers and salad are wonderful. Any other news? Well, hope against hope. This is an old story because I say it all the time, but 3 weeks ago I started Weight Watchers again. I think I've lost 8 pounds, so it's a start. And popovers isn't the best thing to make if you're on Weight Watchers. But I wanted to make something, a video that people would be interested in, and not a whole lot of people are interested in diet foods. So I may put a few of those up for other people who are trying to find recipes that have 0 points or whatever in Weight Watchers, because I've been finding a lot of those. And so far, I've been enjoying the new program on Weight Watchers because I find that it suits the things I like to eat and I can plan around it pretty well. So we'll see if I have success this time or not. I'm hoping. We'll see. I know myself. I know I'm not good at it. So I'm hoping I can do it this time. All right. Yay, a cooking video. Don't overdo things. Thank you, honey. The Tinker's wife. Hi, Susie. Hi, Patty. I would love for you to share recipes from Weight Watchers. That would be great. Okay, I can do that too. Maybe I'll start some, what I eat in a day, because my weigh-in days are Mondays. So today is what, Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. This past Monday, I did well weighing in, but that day I really blew my points. They give you daily points. Each day you get so many points. I'm allowed 16. And then you have extra weekly points. So if you go over your dailies, you got up to so many weekly points you can use up. Well, last Monday, I didn't do well, and I used up all my weekly points and my daily points in one day. So I've been really watching it since then, trying to build them back up again. So, yeah, when you fall down, you just got to pick yourself up and try again. And that's what I'm going to do this time. All right, I think that's all the comments. Who's that? Northern Grace, hello. Hello, nice to see you too. I wish I could just sit here and chat for a while. I always get uncomfortable if I don't have a subject to keep the chatter going. I don't want to bore everybody. So then I say, okay, I got to go. I sign off. But whew, at least you're trying. Yes, I'm trying. Just noticed you're live. How is everyone? Hello, Darlene. How are you? Darlene has a new channel. I don't remember the exact name, but it's something about her life with Parkinson's. So if that's something that interests you, you might want to check out Darlene McFate's channel. Okay, good morning from Colorado, from D. And you could just sit there reading the phone book and I'd stay. Now that's quite interesting coming from my daughter. Hey, thank you, Jen. Good morning, Tina Ladybug. Are you going to clean your back porch with us like you do every year? I'll tell you, it is horrible. It's worse than the yard. Okay, true confessions. A couple of years ago, you might remember that the ceiling fell down in our guest room and insulation was everywhere. I could look right up to the rafters of the house, and we had to clean that room out. And I had been storing things in there, and I had boxes and boxes of stuff that the insurance cleaning company came and took away and cleaned and brought it back. I must have 30 boxes on the back porch still from that because I haven't gone through them. So the back porch is full of those boxes and then everything else I've thrown out there. Yeah, that's something I would like to do. Again, it's getting my energy back. And I have Jeffrey every day except Mondays. So, Jeffrey comes first and he takes a lot of energy too. So it's hard to fit it all in, which is why the box has been sitting there for 3 years because there's just so much I do in a day anymore. But I love spending time with you all. I'd love to have my channel busy again. So I'm just hoping. I saw your owl in a tree. They say to move it every day and put it in a different place and it scares. Yeah, I've got two of them in there. Let me turn it around. Turn around, camera. There. I got two of them in this tree to try and keep the squirrels away. I would like to get something that had owl sounds, so maybe motion activated, so that when the squirrels came by, the owl would make hoo 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 noises and scare the squirrels. Or maybe find one of those that made noises and maybe its eyes lit up. That would scare them away pretty good, I think. And then I've also thought maybe I should get one of those blow up scary men that you see in the gas stations where you blow the air through them and they're like a scarecrow and they go up and down. That might do the trick. So that would be fun. All right. There we go. Say hi to Jeffrey. Oh, Jeffrey's a love. He's now going to school 2.5 hours every morning. Now, something I didn't share before, but I can now. Jeffrey was speech delayed. And for a long time, we were quite worried about Jeffrey because he just didn't talk. And younger kids than him were talking in sentences and, carried on conversations. And Jeffrey didn't say much. He might say mama, but he didn't necessarily understand that it meant his mother. And we brought him to an early intervention program 5 days a week for 2.5 hours each morning. And with COVID, he made it some of the time and not other times. And they always had to wear a mask, which was maddening because you're thinking he's going for speech therapy and he's got a mask on and his teacher has a mask on. And, how much can that do? So, what I think happened was he turned 3, and within 6 months, he started talking. And he's jibber jabbering all over now. He's trying to say everything we ask him to say. It's not all crystal clear, but he's definitely got it. He counts to 20. He knows he can sing his ABCs. He is on tune with every song he tries to sing, so he's got a good ear for music. He is funny. He is so funny, and makes us laugh all the time. And he knows he's being comical, and he just keeps trying to do more, so we'll laugh more. So he's a great little kid, and we're so relieved now that he was just a late bloomer, a late talker, and we were a little concerned. We were a lot concerned, but now he's doing great, and we're so excited. And I think by the time he's 4, he's going to be all caught up. So that's very good news for us that he's doing so well now. I know you. Oop, who's that? Let's see. That somebody. Jody posting jewelry. Okay, Angela. I know you haven't posted. I've been watching your lovely sister sell her beautiful jewelry. Yeah, I'm late. Have you been sick? Yes, I had a double whammy. First, I had COVID, and then I got an awful respiratory infection. So I was out for 4 to 6 weeks, pretty sick. And now I'm coming back with energy again. I love that stackable planter. It's called a green stalk, and I hope to make another video where I replant it for the spring. And I also bought the Dollar Tree sells something similar. It isn't anywhere near as good, but if that's what your budget allows you to do, it's something good to try. But I would like to do a side by side to show the differences between them. And I love my green stalk planter. I think mine is 5 tiers, or yeah, 5 tiers with the watering container on top, and it works great. I've had strawberries in it, and herbs, and uh, spring mix, and I put flowers in it. It's done really well, and I loved it. And it fits my front porch beautifully. And is it 30? I think it has 30 pockets, and that's 30 nice sized plants I can grow in a very small space on my front porch. So that is great. Bless his heart. My grandson is also 3, just turned 2 weeks ago. Yay. Yay, Jeffrey. Yeah, oh, we're so happy for Jeffrey. I if his mommy agrees, I might put him on here. What's he I hope I catch him when he's being funny, cuz that kid is hysterical. I mean, he's like a comedian. I sprayed Critter Ritter and it worked. I don't know what it was in it or healthy, but I sprayed it all over my deck and got rid of a whole family of squirrels. Critter Ritter, huh? Hmm. Well, it would depend on if it's something that can be around plants. I doubt it can, but that would be a nice surprise if it was something organic I could use. All right, let me make sure. I probably skipped some people. Are you planning to do any canning this year? I have done some canning, and I want to can chicken for sure because prices are going up, and if I stumble across some chicken that's really good price, like $1.60, $1.50 for I talking about boneless, skinless breasts is what I like to can because I've used all mine up. I'm lucky now to find it under $2 a pound, but if I find one that's really low, once I got extremely lucky and some chicken that was close to expiration date went on sale for 99 cents a pound for the skinless, boneless breast, and I bought a bunch of that and I did can that up, but that's all gone now. I'll be canning more beans. I always keep those on hand. Any kind of a deal I run into that would allow me to buy a lot and I don't want to put it all in the freezer, I'll can it up. Meats especially. And then I could do soups and stews and things like that. I just bought more jars and lids, so I'm all set to go when I want to. So yeah, I'll be doing some more canning. Say hi to Jeffrey. Okay, I hope I got everybody's questions. Pardon me while I scroll. The best age. Oh, you've got the cream of the crop, Allie. Allie's got an all-American canner. I can't use one of those on my stove because I have a smooth glass top stove, and those aren't recommended for those canners. A couple of reasons. One, they're super heavy, and when you load it up with the water and and the jars too, then it's extra super heavy, and the glass tops aren't made to hold on uh, a large amount of weight. And the other thing is they have grooves on the bottom, and glass top stoves aren't supposed to use either canners or cookware that have like grooves on the bottom. They should be flat for even heating. And when you're canning, you definitely got to depend on even heating to hold the temps and pressure where it needs to be. So I have a Presto, and I've used that on my smooth top, and I've been fine. And there's one of those yucky squirrels that get all my fruit. Let's see if I can get him on here. You see him? Ratty thing. Yeah, I don't even think they're cute anymore because they get all my they they get all my fruit. Okay. Yeah, the All American canner is the cream of the crop. It's a really good one. But I like my Presto. I've got a 23 quart Presto, and it does a whole lot of pints. I think I've done up to 20 pints in that thing at one time, or I think it holds 7 quarts. And it works for me, and it works on my smooth top. I have a glass stove too, so I bought the camp stove that was a 2 burner just so I could use the All American canner. Yep, that's a good deal. Now, things that people need to know if they have a glass top, let's see if I can remember this off the top of my head, is that in order to, you first of all should contact the manufacturer to see if they recommend that you use their glass top for canning because of the weight. Some glass tops are thinner than others, and you really shouldn't put the weight on there. Another thing is they're electric, and so the temperature gauge going up and down with the thermostat, you have to make sure it can hold a steady temperature so that it doesn't fluctuate too much. Because if you're supposed to have, say, 11 pounds of pressure, and the fluctuation in the electric thermostat would make it fall enough that it would go below like to 9, you'd have to start your timer all over again. So that's not a good thing. Another point is that the burners should be, the size of the burners should be within a half inch of the size of your canner, the circumference. So you got to make sure they have a burner large enough to cover the majority of uh, the space of your circumference of your pot of your canner, because again it won't heat all the way through if your burner's too small. And some of those don't have extra large burners on it. Mine does. Mine has an extra large one that is within a half inch of the circumference of my canner. I think there's what else was there? A couple other things about glass tops you have to be careful with. I used to move mine off the burner to help it cool down fast. I don't do that anymore. You don't want to scratch it, and it's probably better to just let it cool down naturally anyway, rather than take it off the burner and make it cool a little faster that way. I don't do that anymore. So, yeah, those are things to remember while you're canning. All right, let me see if we had last year to the orchard and picked so much we needed to use them. I still have a lot frozen. Oh, thank you, Colleen. Thank you very much. I think she's saying wind last year to the orchard and had to pick a lot. I just canned many jars of seedless blackberry jam, and it's the best I've ever eaten. Yay, Angela! That's wonderful. I love blackberry jam, and I don't like the seeds, so yeah, seedless is the way to go. So I have a glass stove too. Okay, I read that one. Yep, Yorkshire puddings in the UK. Okay, I hope I got everyone's comments. And thanks for dropping by. Um, you know what happens is every time I do a live stream, my subscriber count drops. I don't know why, so I'm reluctant to do live streams anymore. But yeah, give this one a like, please. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That helps my channel. But the likes help even more. So hit that thumbs up before you leave. And hopefully I'll be back soon, maybe with a cooking video next. Let's see. It's another comment. Tabasco sauce and water. Oh, yeah, Tabasco sauce. I was thinking of spraying some kind of hot sauce on my fruit trees too. I might add that to my other spray that I put on there. See if that helps keep them away. Don't stay away so long. Miss you. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Thanks for coming by and saying hello with my impromptu live stream this time. I love you all. God bless you real good. And hopefully, I'll see you soon again. Bye.